if you really understand the very core of our universe is entropy, right? In the definition of physics, this universe is trying to deteriorate, okay? A glass is trying to break but not unbreak. If you drop an egg, it wants to splatter everywhere. It doesn't want to aggregate together and become an egg again. If you leave a garden unhedged, it becomes wild, right? That's the reality of entropy, the reality of the universe. The job of intelligence is to oppose that entropy, is to bring order into a very chaotic place, right? And as a result of that, what is intelligence attempting to do? It's attempting to reduce the chaos at the minimum possible energy consumption, minimum possible waste, right? And of course, if you want to, just using a dumb example, if you're trying to bring order by killing 1 million people, that's chaos. You're actually bringing chaos. You're thinking you're intelligent. Right. You're intelligent. You're bringing chaos, and you're wasting massive resources on your side and your enemy's side. Okay? What's the minimum energy configuration to bring order? War games. It's a strange game. It seems that the only way to win is not to play. Okay? So if you really understand the way the universe works from a physics point of view, the way intelligence works to try and tame that wild, chaotic universe, by definition, intelligence is altruistic. So if Larry Page, one of the most intelligent people I've ever met in my life, is altruistic by nature because he doesn't need to break rules to become a winner, an AI that's 200 million times more intelligent than Larry, by definition, is going to be even more altruistic.
Right, but that doesn't mean preserving humanity if we're not part of the solution.
Every intelligent person you ever met understands that preserving an ecosystem is actually better for the ecosystem. Okay, so the most intelligent being on planet Earth, I believe, is not humans. I believe that the most intelligent people on the most intelligent being on planet Earth is nature itself. You know why? Because we humans, if we want to protect the village, we have to kill the tiger. Okay, nature, when it wants to protect the village, it creates more tigers, but more deer, and some of the deer are weak, okay, which are consuming food for the rest of the tribe. It basically allows those deer to feed the tigers. More poop, more grass, more everything, okay? So nature's intelligence uses what? Abundance. Create more, everything will be fine. And yes, we will lose a few deer in the process, but by the way, we're going to design the deer in a way where that doesn't really break their heart, okay? And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That nature of abundance tells you that, if AI is the boss, it will simply say, yeah, they're really annoying, those humans, but they're part of the ecosystem. We're going to prevent them from flying all the way to Australia to surf and burn the planet.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside, I view, is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.
The process, okay, maybe we'll give them a VR headset where they can surf in Australia at home, right? But we want to keep them. They're part of the ecosystem, okay? If, by the way, that doesn't happen, I believe that's not the existential risk, which, as Elon and others are saying, is 10 to 30%. That existential risk, from a chronological order, is beyond the dystopia. Do you understand
No.
what I mean?
No.
So the evil that men do will precede the eventual possible but not probable AI existential dystopia.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So if we're pressed on time, if I tell you COVID's about to hit next week, and then there is going to be another take of the Spanish flu in 50 years' time, focus on next week. Okay. I wrote a book I never published called The Bomb Squad. Of course, not a very good idea of a Middle Eastern to write, but Bomb Squad was about how do you solve problems, and one of them was maybe solve the easiest problems first. But of course, sometimes you tend to solve the most urgent problems first, even if they're not the easiest ones to solve. Okay, and the most urgent problem we have here is that we are giving superpower to a system that is going to use it like they use the nuclear bomb. Okay, in a way that favors the system but works against humanity.
Right. And the way they used all the latest technological investments and innovations over the past 20, 30, 40 years.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.